Hey, my beautiful Virgo souls, welcome back to the channel. I'm really glad you're here. And if this reading resonates, take a moment to like, subscribe, and support the channel because your energy keeps these messages flowing to the people who need them most. Now take a breath, settle in, and let's see what wants to come through for you today. As I begin shuffling, the energy is already intense. There's a pull here, a magnetic tension that doesn't feel casual at all. The first thing coming through is emotional dissatisfaction, not from you, but from someone deeply connected to you. This person keeps repeating the same feeling over and over in their energy. I'm not happy here. And what's powerful, Virgo, is that this unhappiness has nothing to do with their material life looking bad on the outside. On the surface, things might seem fine, even stable, but internally, they feel empty, disconnected, and unfulfilled. As the cards open, I'm seeing that you are the comparison point. Whether you realize it or not, this person measures everything against the way they feel when they think of you. There's a card here showing emotional contrast. Life without you feels dull, repetitive, almost lifeless. Life with you, or even the memory of you, feels electric, alive, and emotionally real. That's why the phrase keeps echoing, "You do something to me no one else can match." I'm pulling another card now, and it speaks of restraint and silence. This is someone who has held back their truth for a long time. They haven't said everything they wanted to say. They haven't acted on everything they felt. Not because the feelings weren't strong, but because fear stepped in. Fear of disrupting their current life. Fear of consequences. Fear of realizing that they chose comfort over connection. Virgo, this person feels trapped in their own decisions. I see routine, obligation, and emotional compromise around them. They wake up every day knowing something is missing, and the more time passes, the louder that knowing becomes. They try to distract themselves, stay busy, convince themselves that this is just how life is supposed to be, but it's not working anymore. Another card comes out showing deep emotional recognition. This person knows that what they felt with you was rare. It wasn't just attraction. It wasn't just chemistry. It was alignment. It was being seen without having to perform. It was feeling understood without having to explain everything. And that terrifies them because once you've felt that, it's impossible to forget. There's also regret here. Not dramatic regret, but quiet, heavy regret that creeps in during still moments, late at night, early in the morning, when they're alone with their thoughts. They replay conversations, they replay moments, they wonder how things might have turned out if they had been braver, more honest, more emotionally available. Virgo, your energy in this reading is calm, grounded, and self aware. You're not chasing, you're not forcing, you've grown. You've learned how to sit with your feelings without letting them consume you. And that growth is exactly what makes this person feel the distance even more. They can sense that you're no longer stuck where they left you. I'm drawing another card and it shows emotional comparison again. No matter who they're around, no matter who tries to get close to them, it never feels the same. Conversations feel shallow. Touch feels empty. Laughter feels forced. And that's when the realization hits them the hardest. You weren't just someone they liked. You were someone who changed the standard. There's a strong pull toward communication here. Words unsent, messages typed and deleted, calls imagined but never made. This person wants to tell you the truth, but they're also afraid that the truth might come too late. They're afraid you've already moved on emotionally, even if part of you still feels the connection. Virgo, you should know this energy is not about validation. You don't need to prove anything. Your presence alone left an imprint. You showed this person what emotional authenticity feels like, and once that door is opened, it can never fully be closed again. As I continue shuffling, the energy remains open, unresolved, and emotionally charged. There is movement building beneath the surface. Awareness is growing. Feelings are intensifying. And something within this connection is shifting, slowly but undeniably, toward a moment where silence becomes harder to maintain than truth. As I keep pulling, Virgo, the energy deepens instead of fading. And that tells me this situation is far from over. There's a card here showing inner conflict, someone pacing back and forth in their own mind, arguing with themselves. One part of them wants to stay where it's safe and predictable. The other part can't ignore how alive they felt with you. And the more time passes, the louder that second voice becomes. This person is realizing something important now. They're starting to understand that happiness isn't just about stability or appearances. It's about emotional truth. And emotionally, they feel like they've been lying to themselves. They told themselves they could replace what they felt with you. They told themselves it would fade. It didn't. In fact, it grew stronger in your absence. Another card comes out showing emotional exposure. This is someone who doesn't like feeling vulnerable, yet lately they've been overwhelmed by memories of you. Small things trigger it: a song, a place, a smell, even silence. And when those moments hit, all the walls they built start cracking. They realize how guarded they've been, how much they've been pretending to be fine when they're not. Virgo, what stands out strongly is that you didn't beg, chase, or manipulate. You simply were yourself, genuine, present, emotionally open, and that is exactly why you're unforgettable to this person. You didn't try to be special, you just were. And now they see that what you offered wasn't weakness, it was depth. I'm seeing hesitation around timing. This person keeps thinking about reaching out, but they want the moment to be perfect, the words to be perfect, the situation to be safe, but perfection never comes. And that's frustrating them because the urge to speak is starting to outweigh the fear of consequences. There's also a realization that if they don't act, they risk losing you completely. Not in a dramatic way, but in a quiet, final way where your energy no longer feels accessible to them. They sense that you're changing, that you're becoming more aligned with yourself, more at peace, and that scares them because it means the window they thought would always be open might not be. Another card reveals emotional honesty, wanting to break through. This isn't about flirting or casual conversation. If they come forward, it's because they can't hold it in anymore. It's because they need you to know that what they felt was real, that it still is real, and that nothing else has been able to compare. Virgo, your role here isn't to wait or hope. Your role is simply to stay in your truth. You're not responsible for their choices, past or present. But you are the mirror that showed them what authentic connection feels like. And mirrors are powerful because once someone sees themselves clearly, they can't unsee it. The energy remains open, charged, and unresolved. Emotions are building, clarity is forming, and something is shifting internally for this person as they move closer to a point where staying silent feels impossible. And speaking from the heart feels like the only option left. Virgo, as this energy settles, what I feel most strongly now is warmth replacing tension. The cards show a softening, a moment where everything slows down and the noise in their mind finally quiets. This person reaches a point of acceptance, not defeat, but clarity. They stop fighting what they feel and start honoring it. There's a gentle opening here. Instead of fear, there's sincerity. Instead of confusion, there's intention. When they think of you now, it's not just longing, it's gratitude. They're grateful for how you made them feel seen, safe, and understood without judgment. They recognize that with you, love didn't feel heavy, it felt natural. If and when communication happens, it comes from the heart, not ego. It comes with humility. This is someone who wants to speak softly, honestly, and with respect for your space. They don't want to disrupt your peace, but they also don't want to live with regret. That balance is what they're learning now. Virgo, the cards also show your energy glowing brighter. You've grown through this. You're stronger, calmer, and more aligned than before. Whether this person steps forward or not, you're standing in a place of self-worth, and that's why everything unfolds gently in your favor. There's no rush here, just a quiet understanding that real connections don't disappear, they transform. What's meant for you finds its way back with warmth, honesty, and care, meeting you exactly where you are when the moment is right, and opening the door to whatever comes next with a soft, comforting sense of possibility.